speaker.
Lovely. Okay, so the next speaker is a writer, first generation entrepreneur, professional filmmaker turned internet lifestyle entrepreneur. He's a cheerful Kannadiga like me. He's popularly known as Kaaranji Shreedhar. Kaaranji in Kannada means a fountain, and in Mysore you have Kaaranji. Lake Kaaranji is a very famous spot, tourist spot. So he made his debut in Kannada film industry through a movie called as Kaaranji, and now his uh, prefix or his name has Kaaranji in it. So he's now famously known as Kaaranji Shrida. He's passionate about storytelling, filmmaking, and digital business coaching and consultancy. He's very adventurous. He's a skilled swimmer. So if someone doesn't know swimming, you can contact him. With a profoundly grounded character, he has a mission to support around 100,000 entrepreneurs by 2025. If you have to say these three words in the bass voice of Big B, Parampara, Pratishta, or Anushasan, similar strong words like experience, knowledge, and wisdom. This is what he's going to talk about. Karanji Sridhar sir is going to talk about how to convert your experience, knowledge, and wisdom into digital assets. Sir, over to you. So kindly unmute yourself.
Sir, you are on mute. So yes, but very slow.
Okay, can you get the mic closer to you, sir?
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank
Perfect.
you. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank-
Yeah.
After you finish what you have to talk, then I will say something what I want. So for now, you can go ahead.
I'm curious about this. uh, thank you, Krishnarjun. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Uh, yeah, so as Krishnarjun mentioned, I'm passionate about the storytelling, and storytelling is I strongly believe storytelling is the uh, uh, our ancient technology for the transformation, technology for the growth, technology for the uh, well-being. So the other version is how to convert your experience, wisdom, knowledge into digital assets. Let us understand what is a digital asset. Uh, I'll share the screen. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Can make it full screen.
Yeah. Digital assets. Uh, let's understand what is digital assets. Can I ask audience here, what is your understanding of digital assets? Put it in the chart. What can be a digital asset? It is called. Any answers? Digital asset can be thanks Vishwa. It is in my previous session, Vishwa he was mentioning about the book publishing. It is also a sort of uh, uh, digital asset. The digital asset can be digital assets. Technical in what we can define technical digital assets as a term. Digital assets has come more common in marketing and creative communication with a good reason of it is assets being assets being uh, stored, shared across all electronic internet platforms. And what type of digital assets in general? It can be a ebook, it can be photos, it can be videos, it can be audio files, it can be presentations, graphics, PDFs, sheets, document, design files, 3D files, and a webinar like this, a live events, photos, video shares, everything, even a blog writing, a post writing, everything can be categorized as a digital assets. So my approach here is, since I'm from creative background, I go with a creative perspective of digital asset, and how it can transform the life. It can address the uh, uh, employment, and the it can fulfill the creative thrust. Yeah, as I this thing mentioned, digital asset can be image, video, design files, documents, PDFs, presentations, marketing collaterals, and many such sort of assets. See, there are more than 20 ways to share your content on social media that can become a digital asset for you. Turn a blog post into a video, create how-to video, go live, interview, and photos, 360-degree photos, GIF, uh, curate user-generated content, and many on. So it can be interactive live streaming, and these many titles, these many brands, they completely depend on digital assets. Digital assets can be documentary, entertainment content, uh, discovery, discovery kind of content, music, audiobooks, software related content, all those things. And the story circle, let's talk about this story circle. Story means, when digital assets is created, that can be categorized as a creative digital assets and technical digital assets. And when we infuse when we bring in a story element to this digital assets, that can be a great value addition for the digital assets. That can be a ritual, a moral, a victory, a journey, a mentor, antagonists, disruptions, stakes, a hero, backstory, those kind of a approach for the digital assets. Digital assets can be a news production, digital news production. uh, that can be music, a piece of music, or singing, audiobook, and uh, and so uh, this is how it can be e-learning product. Digital assets can be e-learning products. That is why, I was mentioning, you can convert your digital experience, wisdom, and knowledge into digital assets. When you bring in your transform content into digital assets, uh, that can be your intellectual property, that can monetize, that can be scaled, that can be massively produced with a specific approach. uh, so there is a general way of creating content means, again, digital asset. There is a limitations for individual capacity, individual approach, individual the time frame, all those things. That 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 may affect the volume of production, when we are focusing on the quality, uh, there will be a limited size of the volume of content production. Why there is a concept called crowd participation. That means, so by using a social media platform, the internet platform, there are many ways. There are many ways to monetize. There are many ways to earn money. There are many ways to create multi streams of income. So why this crowd participation come in picture is it is actually a inviting contents, or inviting crowd to participate to create content in our brand, like contest, hackathon, challenges. uh, we can see in the social media, there's so much of millions, billions of content producing across all the social media, especially Facebook kind of a thing. But many more than 90% of the people, they are not monetizing it. There is a monetization option in the Facebook, there is monetization option on in the YouTube, and so many other ways to make the participation. One of the strategy used by Google and Facebook, uh, and many other major platforms to you know uh, uh, bring some local elements, bring some globalization, bring some multilingual content. They use this strategy called crowd participation. They are many of us come across this kind of a approach. You translate this in English content into your native language, so that your language people can see or watch or react to this content. Thus, those kind of approach is specifically called as crowd participation. Crowd participation, through that, the crowdsourcing is happening. Crowdsourcing, I mean, they give a format, they give a structure to it, they channelize, and they accumulate, they curate, and they use it, they give it to people to reuse. That has become a billion trillion dollar assets without investing anything, just by using technology. That is where a individual kind approach towards creating digital assets, digital content. When we go live, when we interact, when we write something, when we sing something, when we capture something, when we express something, uh, when we forward something, all these considered as digital assets. When we frame the entire approach of creating digital assets, that that has become a huge a digital assets for any organization, any platform. That in turn converts into revenue generation. There is a specific way to create a revenue generation, and it has got no expiry date. And it will get us the revenue now, tomorrow, and ever after. And we can create a multi streams of income by this, by deep understanding of this digital asset creation. And and what is yeah, I'll finish. I'll heard the ring bell. I'll finish this by this last slide. There is uh, a deadly combination called Angel's cocktail. When we blend this digital asset creation approach with a storytelling aspect, that will become a great way of creating digital asset, and a great way of creating a multi streams of income, a passive income, and that will that can change the entire scenario of a digital world. Coming from storytelling country like India, we can create a massive impact just by creating digital assets with the approach of storytelling aspect. Everybody has got a story, and and it is worth spreading out. That is how you can relate with the experience, wisdom, knowledge. It can be expressive expression medium to create digital asset, to create transformation, to create multi streams of income, uh, with in align with our interest, passion, and a quest. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
I think it was a fantastic session. This is the second time I'm listening to you, but on a different topic. So, very nicely summarized
thank
digital
you.
assets. I think we should all strive to make a lot of content and utilize or start being creative in this space and come up with some amazing digital assets to begin with. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that wonderful speech. Now,